The suffering in Gaza continues. If Israeli bombs don't kill you, hunger will. If hunger doesn't kill you, disease will. It's quickly turning into the biggest humanitarian crisis of our times. We told you how the global opinion is shifting, but so is Israeli opinion. Israeli citizens are questioning their government. 31 public figures have written a letter. They are demanding crippling sanctions on their own country. Let me repeat that for you. Israelis are demanding sanctions on Israel. And who are these public figures? You've got an Israeli Oscar-winning director, a former attorney general, a former speaker of Israel's parliament, and multiple recipients of the Israel Prize. Now, this is an award given for cultural excellence, sort of like Israel's Padma Awards. All these people are asking for sanctions on their own country. And this is not an isolated move. Two Israeli rights groups have prepared a report. Both came to the same conclusion, that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. This crime must stop immediately. The primary responsibility lies with the Israeli government, but also with the international community.
What about the Israeli public? Well, look at this poll from mid-July. It found that 74% of Israelis wanted to end the war. Of course, their reasons vary. Not all of them think that there's a genocide in Gaza. Most of them want to bring the hostages back home. Whatever the motive, the opinion is clear. Israelis want to end the war. Now look at the sentiment in the United States of America. Only 32% Americans approve of Israel's war. It was 50% when the war started. 50% approved of the war. Now only 32%. It was 42% last September. That's a 10-point drop in the last 1 year. An overwhelming 60% Americans disapprove of the war. Even Republican sentiment is shifting. Just look at Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a key ally of Donald Trump, yet she says Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. So clearly, U.S. public opinion is shifting. But what about their president? He is certainly becoming more vocal about the situation. Listen to what he had to say yesterday.
I think everybody, unless they're pretty cold-hearted or worse than that, nuts. There's nothing you can say other than it's terrible when you see the kids. And those are kids, whether they talk starvation or not, those are kids that are starving. They are starving. And you see the mothers, they love them so much, and there's just nothing they seem to be able to do.
That's rare compassion from Donald Trump. But will it shift his policy? There are no indications of that yet. His top foreign ally, the UK, just decided to recognize Palestine. But Trump is not in favor of that. He says that would be like rewarding Hamas, which is also what Israel says. Prime Minister Netanyahu slammed UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer yesterday. He accused the British Prime Minister of rewarding and appeasing Hamas. But London does not seem to mind.
The Netanyahu government's rejection of a two-state solution is wrong. It's wrong morally and it's wrong strategically. It harms the interests of the Israeli people, closing off the only path to a just and lasting peace. And that is why we are determined to protect the viability of a two-state solution.
Keir Starmer is threading a needle here. He says he will recognize Palestine in September. That's when the United Nations General Assembly will be in session. At the same time, he has put a condition. If Israel ends the war in Gaza, if they create a plan for a Palestinian state, then Starmer will hold off. But let's face it, that's never going to happen. Even if Israel ends this war, Netanyahu has always opposed a Palestinian state. So Starmer is doing a fine balancing act. He's also completing the circle of history. Let's go back to 1917. That's when the British government published the Balfour Declaration. Arthur Balfour was Britain's foreign secretary. He basically made a promise in 1917 that Jews would have a homeland in Palestine. Britain controlled this land from 1920 to 1948. They encouraged the migration of Jews to West Asia. Yet the same Britain is now recognizing Palestine. Although it doesn't change anything on the ground. And yet the symbolism is huge. Unfortunately, symbolism won't feed hungry Gazans. Aid shipments continue to be a trickle. Only 109 trucks entered Gaza yesterday. That's far less than the 600 trucks required. Plus, the delivery is not perfect. The trucks can only use designated routes. Some of them are unable to reach the distribution points. Also, looting is a major problem. Gangs in Gaza are stealing the aid shipments. So it's not reaching the people who really need it. At least 147 Gazans have died of starvation in recent weeks. 88 of them are children. In addition to trucks, airdrops are also being done. Again, this is not perfect. Some of the packets are falling on people, others are falling on their tents. In some cases, massive aid packages have fallen into the sea. What follows is a deadly clamor. Dozens fling themselves into the water in desperation. Surely we can do better than this. I know the two-state solution is complicated. Many people feel it's not the right time, that the decision should be made during peace, not war. But can we agree that starving children is not acceptable? If that isn't a common ground, I'm afraid this is not about two states or politics. It's about something evil and unacceptable.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.